Hey guys, so I just wrapped up training day. I believe this is 11. It's the morning. We just did our last and final flights, at least for me. The guys are going to try to go one more time tonight, but the weather looks it's looking kind of iffy, so I think I'm just going to call it. I don't want to push it, but I did get in. I got in my flights today. I hit my 15. That was my goal, was to get to 15 today. You know, I even got a chance to fly the Spider 26 meter, which pretty different from the Mojo. Just a lot of different flight characteristics that you have to get used to, but it was still pretty cool. So, and I'm glad I got a chance to do that here under you know, Micah's mentorship, so that he could help me make course corrections and things like that. So so that was awesome. But you know, I'm leaving training with kind of mixed emotions, right? You know, on the one hand, I'm really sad to see the training end. I had an absolutely amazing time. It was just awesome. You know, I went through a lot of mental obstacles, but overall, I'm you know, sad that I'm leaving, but I'm extremely grateful for everything that I was able to accomplish. The mentorship and the camaraderie of the team, the instructors, the gear, just everything really came together, and I'm forever grateful for this opportunity to get out here and do something that I didn't think I would ever be able to do. I don't know if I would say I'm completely over my fear of heights, but I do feel more confident getting on the wing and getting into the air. I even tried to use the Fly PPG app on my phone, just to kind of get a sense of how that works and what it records and whatnot. And I think today, when we went up, there was cloud cover, so I was kind of flying through a little bit of cloud, trying to stay below it, and that was about somewhere between 200 to 300 feet, and honestly, it wasn't that bad compared to, you know, previous flights. And so I even went through a little bit of turbulence. That did sketch me out a little bit, but honestly, today was money. I'm sopping wet from sweat and flying through the fog, but yeah, absolutely awesome, wonderful program. I highly recommend it. You know, I know a lot of guys go out and they just fly, right? They just pick up the wing, they go out, they watch some YouTube videos, but there's a lot to be said for this training. You know, we get access to gear and can try to find what gear makes the most sense. You might be on the fence between an Atom 80 and a Moster. So if you're trying to figure out, like, well, which engine should I get? Do I want the lighter weight Atom? Is that going to get me in the air? Or should I just go all in on that Moster to have some climb authority? You get to try those both out. They use Parajet for the frame, so you get to try that out. I tried out 2 different types of wings, like I said, so and different sizes of wings. So it was just access to the gear really helped a lot. And you know, it's not just access to the gear, it's also the mentorship from the instructors, you know, to say, hey, you know, if you do this or do that, or you know, like, for example, I had a conversation with Micah around whether I should get the 26 meter or a 28 meter or a 30 meter Spider, because I've been flying on a 30 meter Mojo and I really wanted to get a Spider. And he said, you definitely don't want the 30, because that's too light. I'm very light on that one. So it would either be the 26 or a 28 Spider. I flew the 26 today, and it wasn't bad, but you know, I think we both agreed I'd rather be on a 28, a little bit lighter. You know, it's slower, but at the same time, I think it matches my flying style better, at least at this beginning stage. You know, and I can always, you know, as I advance, I can always change my wing, right? Let's say a year from now, if I'm flying I want something faster, I want something smaller, then I can always go to a 26 or a 24 down the road. But for now, I think I'm going to stick with a 28 if I continue forward. And I think that's the big question, right? If you had asked me 4 days ago, was I going to continue with the sport? The answer was a resounding no. I was very uncomfortable. I just didn't like it. And I was really struggling mentally. Every time I went to go get in the air, I just hesitated. I just didn't feel comfortable. Now, 4 days later, 15 flights later, I feel more comfortable. I feel more confident. I still think I'm at the very beginning of my journey, and I think I need to spend some more time in the sport. But I do want to continue. I just need time to kind of think it over in my head. And I do live fairly close to Denellen. I live here in Florida. I'm only about 4 hours away from Denellen. So, if I get to a point where it's like maybe I just don't want to do something today, and I wait 3 months, they do have a program where it's kind of like a refresher course that I can come back and do it again. So that's an option to look into as well. Like let's say 6 months from now I don't fly, and I change my mind. I want to get back into it. I can always come back, do a refresher course, and make the decision then. So pretty excited, pretty stoked where I'm at mentally, physically. But all things said, I'm leaving the training elated with my progress, and money well spent. And that pretty much is it for my training. I'm opting not to go back this afternoon because I think the weather's going to be kind of crappy. I don't know. But I hit my personal goal, so I went ahead and wrapped for the day. I said my farewells, and I think it's time to move on. So I'm going to end the video here, and just say that this is just the beginning. We'll see where we go from here.